A miniature crossword puzzle where we already know all of the letters that are going to fill in the solutions to the puzzle, and we need to place them in so that we have a valid crossword puzzle, but also so that the sums of the values for each tile add up to the rows and the columns. So as always, the link for you to try this for yourself is in the description below, so have a go before you watch the rest of this video, because I will now walk through how to solve today's SumWord puzzle. So as I normally do, I like to start by putting in the tiles that we know need to be a 1. So this second column and this third row, we have as many spaces open as there are points that you need to fill. So if we have anything other than a 1, we're going to be running into trouble. So the next step for today's puzzle is to look at this final column where we need something that adds up to 5. And with the values that we have today, we know that that's going to have to be a 4 and a 1. Now, if we put a 4 in this bottom row, then with all 1s, that would add up to 7. With a 3 and another 1, that would add up to 9. So actually, we can't have a 4 down here and make any combination that adds up to 8. 4 up here in the top right, we can add up to 9 with a 3 in one of these two remaining spots. So we'll place a 4 in that top right corner and a 1 in the bottom right corner. I've already said we now need a 3 and a 1 somewhere, and because the only 4-point tile that we have today is an H, I'll go and put that in now. An MH doesn't really seem like it's going to be a very common word ending, so instead let's try an M there, and then we can also say that's going to be a 1-point letter there. Now, because we have 2 Ks, it can actually be more difficult than it might otherwise be to figure out exactly which one goes in which space where the K can be. For today, there's a few options. Obviously, we've got a lot of spaces removed, but there are ways of, at least in terms of just the numbers, making a K in this spot here, and then one down here would work, but also the other 2 corners of this sort of square of empty places could work to make the values add up. But again, a word starting MK, very, very unlikely. So let's have a K down there, and I'll put in the actual tiles. And then that means that up here needs to be a K as well, and the remaining spots, I believe, are 1s. So now it's a matter of filling this in to make valid words given the letters that we still have. And this is where it sort of sometimes takes a bit of time for you to just for it to click. And it's useful to start with ones where you think that there's only really one likely solution. There are a few other options that could go in there, but milk is definitely the most common word, which is a good place to start if you're ever unsure. And then I something K we'll have as ink. Before this H probably needs to be a consonant. S or T could both work, but not to go before a K, so we'll have the S there, sorry. And then we can just fill this in like so. And that's the solution to the SumWord today. Let me know how you get on in the comments below, and also if you found an alternative solution, they're always fun to see. And we'll see you again for tomorrow's SumWord.